The Marcus Rashford story is a fantastic story, particularly for Manchester United fans, but even for neutrals. 31st of October 1997, Wythenshawe, Manchester. Marcus Rashford was born. What a rise to fame it has been for that boy from Wythenshawe. On the 25th of February 2016, he made his debut for Manchester United at Old Trafford against Midtjylland in the Europa League. He wouldn't have made his debut had Will Keane not got injured against Shrewsbury, had Marshall not got injured in the warm-up, but yet he got the opportunity, and boy did he take that chance. Before he made his debut for the first team, let me remind you, he wasn't even considered to be on the verge of breaking through to the first team. He wasn't on the lips or the tongues of many people who were suggesting players to come through for the first team. And this was for a side that Louis van Gaal had constantly picked youth players for. He was picking youth players week in, week out. But even then, Marcus Rashford wasn't high in the pecking order. But when he got his opportunity, he took it. 2 goals on the 25th of February 2016 against Midtjylland at Old Trafford in an emphatic win. Announced himself to the footballing world and to the Manchester United crowd. And what a night it was. It was a night that those there will never forget. As if his story couldn't get any better. On the 28th of February 2016, just 3 days after his professional debut, he was called into league action, a league start, a Premier League start for Manchester United against one of our biggest Premier League rivals in Arsenal. He was called up for his debut and we needed the points as well. And the boy scored 2 goals at Old Trafford against Arsenal. 2 goals! He was living the absolute dream. What a start he had made to his United career. Everyone was asking, can he keep it up? Is he a flash in the pan? Will this boy Marcus Rashford hold down a spot at Manchester United? So after he had put Arsenal to the sword, Marcus Rashford had to go back to school. He was in school as he had exams to prepare for. It wasn't long though until the Manchester derby rolled around. United against City at the Etihad Stadium. Difficult game for United this was. You know what? It wasn't difficult for Marcus Rashford. He had a little scrap with his boy Jesse Lingard. And then he retired McKola. Yes. What a goal it was. What a goal it was. I can still remember it. I can still remember it to this day. It was my brother's birthday. Watching Rashford pick up the ball. Boom. Steps. Goes past McKola. Comes to Joe Hart. Tucks it past him. Absolutely. That's the best thing about him. He was taking his goals so comfortably. Like a seasoned vet. And this was something that we hadn't really seen from him in the reserves, in the 18s, in the 23s. We hadn't seen that side to him. But he was here scoring goals for fun. What a man. He was made for this stage. He was made in Manchester. And he got the winner in the Manchester derby. As the song goes, just like Manchester, Rashford is red. Now, a lot of people say the magic of the cup is dead. The magic of the cup is dead. The only time they say the cup is alive is when a non-league minnow beats someone. Lincoln go through, Sutton go through. You know what I'm on about. How about this for magic of the cup? Marcus Rashford, who had made his professional debut for Manchester United less than 2 months earlier, went to West Ham, And in the replay, he scored a world-class goal, picking out the top corner. What a goal it was as well. And it sent us to Wembley over the last 18 months. We've been on so many trips to Wembley recently, but that was the first one, and he sent us there. What a goal it was. So after a great start to life in the Manchester United first team and a couple of months where he was picking up headlines left, right and centre, scoring goals for fun, putting in fantastic performances for Manchester United, he won the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year, and it was thoroughly deserved too. Well done, lad. Now this could be a script for a movie, the way I'm going on, but 2 weeks later, he's called up for England. Less than 3 months after his professional debut, and just 2 weeks after he picked up the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year award, he was given his first England call-up. This come days before the FA Cup final, and what a boost to his confidence it would have been. Not that he needed it, by the way. He was full of confidence. He was tearing it up left, right and centre. We had an FA Cup final to worry about, and 3 months after his debut, Marcus Rashford was starting up top for Manchester United in a cup final at Wembley. Could you believe it? This is the stuff that dreams are made of. What a day. It was an absolutely fantastic day at Wembley. And Marcus Rashford topped the day off by picking up his first medal as a professional. His first competitive honour, an FA Cup. United's record equaling 12th FA Cup. And Marcus Rashford's first title of many. Just 6 days after winning the FA Cup with Manchester United, Marcus Rashford was in action for England, playing against Australia. He was starting for England against Australia in a warm-up game before the Euro 2016 tournament. What a start. This doesn't sound real to me. It sounds like an absolute movie. He starts and scores after 3 minutes of his England debut. Marcus Rashford. Following 3 months of tearing up record books and grabbing all the headlines, Marcus Rashford had a new Manchester United contract on the table for him to sign. And sign it, he did. So a day after signing his new United contract, sounds ridiculous, he was named in the Euro 2016 squad. Now, we all know what happened in Euro 2016. And that was because Marcus Rashford didn't start enough games. Let's be deadly serious. Marcus Rashford starts against Iceland. Given his record here, he scores a hat-trick and England go through. Didn't happen though, did it? And England were coming home. Then after a summer of upheaval at Manchester United, Jose Mourinho came into town. A lot of talk about Jose Mourinho's youth record. He doesn't play enough youth players. He doesn't give them opportunities. He couldn't ignore Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford was given a new squad number, number 19. Yes, rocking it like Dwight York back in 1999. In Jose Mourinho's first competitive game for Manchester United, he wins his second medal, the Community Shield. Now the 2016-17 season wasn't as fast and furious for Marcus Rashford, but of course, you expect it to slow down after what had been an incredible rise to fame for him in that season under Louis van Gaal 2015 to 2016. It had calmed down a little bit, but still, it's clear we have got an absolutely incredible talent on our hands in Marcus Rashford, grabbing that last-minute winner against Hull. I think he then showed Jose Mourinho that, look, you can trust me. I can score goals for you. I can do a job for you. And when called upon, I can deliver as well. And that's exactly what he did that day. He kept our unbeaten run going in the league. Now, following Roy Hodgson's sacking after that dreadful Euro 2016, which wasn't any of Marcus Rashford's blame, and Big Sam Allardyce making an absolute state of himself, Gareth Southgate becomes the second England manager to pick Marcus Rashford. Would have been a fool not to. Within a year of making his Manchester United debut, Marcus Rashford made his 50th appearance for the club. Now, having made 50 appearances within his first year as a Manchester United player, and with the arrival of Jose Mourinho at the club, In recent weeks and months, I've heard a lot of discussions about Marcus Rashford and the fact that he's not playing enough football. Marcus Rashford isn't trusted by Jose Mourinho, and he may need to move on to get games. And that for me is absolute rubbish. When you look at the records of some great strikers like Alan Shearer, won a Premier League title, did well for Newcastle and is considered one of the greatest England strikers of all time. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, a man that has played for some of the biggest and best clubs around the world. Ruud van Nistelrooy, who for me is the greatest goal scorer I've seen at Manchester United. The man was a pure machine. Luis Suarez, now, I hate him, let's be honest about that. But he's a fantastic striker. Now, none of those strikers there had even won a trophy by the age of 19. But Marcus Rashford has won 3. He's scoring goals for fun and he's getting chances under Jose Mourinho. You hear all these critics saying he's not getting enough football at United. Jose Mourinho doesn't play youth, this, that and the other. Marcus Rashford, yeah, is such an incredible talent. He will ensure that he gets opportunities here. If you're good enough, you're old enough, he will get the chances at Manchester United. And Jose Mourinho has seen now that he can trust this boy. This boy is a phenomenal talent, and I can't wait to see the rest of his career unfold here at Manchester United.